I'm just gonna make a video here on how to unlock or hack your Keurig coffee machine. I have the 2.0 Keurig here. It's pretty standard for pretty much all the 2.0 Keurigs, even if they have a different look to them, but all the basics are all the same. They're very simple machines, but obviously, you know, when you, I just made a cup of coffee. What we're trying to do is unlock the menu here, because you're very limited. Like right now, when there's no cup in there, it just goes to water, and your options are only 6 ounces or 4 ounces. That's the only options it gives you. So we're going to unlock that to go to any size amount of water. We're also going to unlock just the basic size of a coffee cup to the full menu of any size, all the way up to craft or the larger containers. Also, this is going to allow you to use any K cup in here. It doesn't have to be 2.0 approved, which is another nice thing. So all you're going to need is a 2.0 Keurig and just some basic tools here. We just have a Phillips screwdriver, a pair of scissors. We're going to use a butter knife, and I'm just going to use some electrical tape. You could use heat shrink, but electrical tape is more common than most people are going to have. This is a very simple process, and I'm just going to show you how to do this. All right, first thing that we're going to want to do is to unplug your Keurig. I have a little power strip here, so I'm just going to kill the power to it. Let's see here if we can zoom in a little bit to show you guys. First thing you want to do is you want to open the lid here, or the handle, I'm sorry. There's going to be 2 Phillips screws right here on each side underneath here. So you're just going to want to take your Phillips screwdriver, there's one screw. We'll set that aside. And there's the second screw. That's all we're going to need for the screws. At this point, what we're doing is we're trying to release this top cover, and by doing so, it might take you a minute, but you just want to be gentle so you don't break anything. So as I'm closing this a little bit, I'm pulling up on this at the same time, and it takes off your cover here. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. I don't know if I zoomed in too much on the camera there or not, I'm sorry. So from this point, let's bring the Keurig in a little closer here. We're going to look top down. Let's see if I can adjust the camera here. I'm just using a basic tripod. Hopefully you can see, maybe not. There are some wires in here. See if I can turn this around so you can see a little better. There's a wiring harness here. The wire that all we want to do is just cut the wire is going to be the single green wire. Only green wire in here. Hopefully you guys can see this. we're just gonna take our scissors, and all you're going to do is just snip that wire. That's it. That, we'll come back here. We will power the machine on. Zoom out here so you guys can see. Give it a second to quote unquote warm up. All right, so now, before that would have been at water at only 4 ounces or 6 ounces. Now we can go with 8 ounces, 10 ounces. So now you can have as much warm, hot water that you need. So that's the first step, showing that it worked. Now, this next one is what's going to unlock the full menu. Let me readjust my camera here. Same as before, we're going to kill the power to the unit. And, okay, so when you open up the machine, there are several of these little tabs. I think there's 5 of them. This little tab here in the front. There's going to be one here, second one. There's going to be a third one. Same thing on the other side. There's going to be a tab here we're going to pop, and a tab here we're just going to pop. And all that we're going to do is we're just going to lightly pry on them. And what we're trying to do is we're going to separate. There's like a little seam around here on the sides that go all the way around. We're just going to separate this into a top and a bottom piece. Is all we're aiming for. And it's not hard, but you just want to take your time and be gentle with them. So just bear with me while I work on this. As you can see, they're starting to separate. You could also use a flathead screwdriver, but I just figured most people are going to have a basic butter knife, and the butter knife seems to work really well for what we're doing. So I've gotten 4 of them separated. Come back here. And we got the 5th one separated. So now we are opening this top to bottom here, if it makes any sense. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on here. If I can zoom in a little more. So when you pull this open, there's going to be 2 black wires right here. That's all you're going to see, is the 2 black wires. And that's what we're going to work with. What we're going to do is we're going to cut both these black wires, strip the wiring back just a little bit. We're just going to twist them together and put a little bit of electrical tape over them. Oops. And that's going to allow us to unlock the entire menu on this Keurig. So give me just a minute here and just watch me. You want to cut the wires as close, we call it close to the bottom as possible, not up here by the circuit board. This way it gives you longer amount of wire to work with. Here I cut 1. Here I've cut 2. And now all that we're going to do is we're just going to strip back this wire a little bit. Like I said, twist them together, and then it's going to unlock the full menu for us. So give me just a second while I strip this wire. Here's one. And if you have wire cutters, it probably works just as well, if not better. But most people just have a basic pair of scissors in their kitchen. All right, hopefully you can see the two bare wires here now. All that you want to do is you want to put them side by side, and then you're just going to twist the wires together. Sorry if I was blocking with the camera there, or blocking the camera with my hand. Okay, so by doing this, you're just bypassing the sensor here, and you're just completing the circuit. So this is going to allow the full menu at all times. From this point here, I'm just going to get a little bit of electrical tape, and we're just going to cover up our connection. Even though it's all plastic and there's really nothing else in there for it to short out to, but you better be safe than sorry. All right, and a little bit of electrical tape. You just want to more or less wrap up what we did. Okay, now we've got that taped up. You want to put the connection back inside here. And then you want to put it back together. Real simple. You just squeeze the top and bottom. Make sure all 5 of those little snaps are all snapped together, which mine all snap together that easily. We'll zoom out here a little bit. We'll go ahead and close this. We'll just double check, make sure everything's going as planned. We'll power up the unit. All right. Look at that. Now we've unlocked the entire menu. So you can pick different sizes if you wanted to do a big craft. How do I go back from there? You can go 14 ounces, 12 ounces. Go back. You can go 14, 12. Whoops. Here's 8 ounces, 6 ounces, 4 ounces, 10 ounces. Froth. So we've now unlocked the entire potential of the machine. It's this easy, people. I hope you're able to follow along. All we want to do now is put the machine back together. And for that, I'm just going to, just to make sure, we're going to turn it off. I'm still going to unplug it or kill the power to it. And all we got to do to put it back together is we're just going to reinstall this, if you want to call it the hood or this cover here. So, looking at this cover, I don't know if you guys can see this, how do I explain it? There's like 2 grooves here that are going to slide onto your machine, and what it's going to do is it's going to slide on right here on these tabs. So, when you open this, you want to put this down fairly low. So as you bring it back up, it connects. How can I get this? And it's going to take a little bit of time of finessing and maneuvering around to get it. But once you understand how these There we go. Once you understand how the little tabs back here and how it slides on, you'll get it figured out. But it may take you a minute just of maneuvering it around. So now all we got left is to put the 2 Phillips screws back in. There we've got one of them. Here we've got the second one going. And you don't want to over tighten them because you're just screwing in the plastic. The machine's back together. Power it back on and show you once again how successful we were. This is something simple that hopefully anybody can do this in their kitchen. Like I said, basic tools. I use electrical tape, a butter knife, a pair of scissors, and a flathead, or I'm sorry, a Phillips screwdriver. Here we go. Here's the full menu settings for it. You're gonna love this. The convenience of it being fully unlocked. Friends come over, they're gonna love it. If you want to, you can help. You can show this video to your friends that they can do it to their Keurig. But any of the Keurig 2.0 machines, they're all the same. When you take off the top cover, you want to only cut as a little green wire. You just want to snip that green wire. Then, same thing. There's always 2 Phillips screws here. Once you separate this, once you pull this cover off, you separate that plastic. There's little tabs around the edges. There's gonna be 2 black wires. You just snip them, strip a little bit, twist them together, a little electrical tape, put it back together. And people, it's this simple. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll make other videos like this of other basic kitchen household appliances and stuff. But this is one of my favorite things to do to a Keurig. Thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, if you liked my video, you can check out other videos right here just like it. Please hit my subscribe button, and thanks for watching.